peeps, viewers, and subscribers. I'm back this evening. I'm going to do an unboxing of a crypto mining frame. So let's get rid of the box here. We'll cut the tape on the back. And I'm trying to hit a goal of 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe so that I can get my goal. And I do thank you for everyone for the support so far. How do you open this? I'm supposed to open inside, I guess. I'm assuming. Okay. So, there's the back frame. The other frame piece. Another brace with the video cards, I'm assuming. And that's the base. Anti-noise strip, I'm assuming. Okay. Package. Get a free screwdriver with it to put it together. More pieces. Instructions. Screws, brackets, and clips. Turn off, switch on, switch. Oh, that's cool. Didn't even know it was going to come with a switch. But I don't need one anyway. But anyway, good to know. Alright, so I don't know if I could see here. Alright, so we have the instructions. Let's open the instructions here. Okay. So we're going to do step 1, the base. So, in the picture, which way do we put the base? We put the base back this way. That's where the CPU is. Okay. And there's the base I'm going to start with. And I got the base in front of me here. Now we'll move on to the next step. Okay, now we're going to go on to step 2. Step 2 is the back piece. That's going to be the tallest one. That would be this one. So, doesn't look that complicated, but you know. Okay, so we'll push that back. Stand this up. Okay. Well, we're going to have to get our screws in first. That would be this. That's the switch. There's the motherboard, studs and screws. And then there's our screws we're putting together, just normal computer screws that you put your side panel on with. So let's open this up. Get a few screws out. Now we're going to start with these two back ones first. Okay. What I think I want to do is put some furniture scuff pads on the back of it, because it looks like the side panels of the mining rig would scratch the surface that you're going to put it on. So I think I'll do that. Some little felt pads on the bottom. Okay. Alright. And screw there in the corner. Screw there in the other corner, and we'll move on to the next step. Now we're going to move on to step 3. Step 3 is the front piece, bottom front base piece is what we're doing next. So I'm gonna move our strip out of the way. Grab our small bar. This is for the front one. I'm just gonna turn this around. So get to the other side. And when you're installing it, make sure that you put this piece. You got the front here where you put the screw in. Make sure you. They got one on the front and the side. Okay. So we put that in. Then we go to our next screw. And put the back screws in. Screw on the front. Okay. Screw that on. Okay. There's the front screws put in. Now I'm going to do the side screws. So we got the 2 screws on the side, 2 screws on the front, 1 on the back with all the screws on the back. Now we're going to move to step 4, the side rails. Alright, so the side rails are going to be these little ones right here. These ones right here. There's 2 of them and they were together in the package. So those are the 2 side pieces that we need. That's the next step that it says needs to be done. And there is step 4 where my finger's at. So we're working on the side piece. And this is the one. And you got a side where there's rips on one side. Put them facing in. Don't put them facing outwards. Just so it looks more smooth and clean. Okay, so you need another screw and the screwdriver, and it comes with a little Torx thing if you want to use the Torx to tighten it up further than just the screwdriver. Okay, so next screw. Oop. Almost dropped it. Okay, screw 1 and the back screw for the side. Just seen that coming. So we're going to take the front screw and loosen it. So we're able to move the side piece. There we go. So loosen the front screw, leave it loose until you get the back screw in. When you're doing it yourself, little tip. Okay, so that's all the way in. That's all the way in. Done. So, and we do the other side. Next side piece, 2 screws. Get the second screw in. Like we did last time, don't tighten it all the way down. Leave it loose until you get the front screw in, and then screw the screws all the way down on the front and the back. Okay, here we go. Didn't grab. Perfect. We'll screw this one all the way in because we got both screws in now. Then we go back to the other rear screw. Okay. Show you a picture. And there's the side ones installed with all 4 screws in. Now we continue on to the next step. Okay, so we done step 5. I already done it because I did both of them at the same time. So now we're down to step 6, cross brace. So that would be this piece here. Right here. So then we just flop it over and so on. Do they have this on the inside or the outside? Yeah, it's on the inside. They could put it on the inside, probably would look a little more clean. Well, I guess it's a minor ink, I guess it really doesn't matter what it looks like. Wherever you're going to put it, most times you can't see it anyway. Okay. We got one screw in. Turn it around. Do the other screw. Expo. Horizontal fixture. What's that for? I have to look at the book. Manual there. Okay. You can get it so tight with the screws, so they gave us this, a Torx. So then we just take our Torx and we put the Torx. Well, I guess we're not putting the Torx on because the Torx don't fit these screws. And that was a good idea if they had gave us the right Torx. Okay, let's turn back. Well, that's everything. That was quite simple. So, I'll show you what it looks like. And this is what it looks like fully assembled. This is the front because your power supply goes on the opposite way on the back, on the big side. And they gave this strip here. I'm assuming it goes on the bottom of the top of the view card spot. Stop vibrations, I'm assuming. Because it doesn't show in the instructions what to do with it. By the looks of it, I think it would be better off to cut 2 of those pieces of that, cut that in half, and then put it on each piece. Only other thing is maybe it's insulation for the PCI cards, so that they don't rub on the metal. It's probably what it is for. I'll have to message on it and find out what the strip is for. Don't even show it on the instructions. Now, like I said, I don't have all the components of the motherboard, and I just figured about this. Maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to mount the power supply, because I don't know if it's going to be in the way when I mount the motherboard. Never thought of that. Oh yeah, this is the back side, so that's going to be fine. We're going to install a power supply, a PSU, and the choice for miners as well. This power supply here, the 1000 GQ EVEA. So it's 1000 watts. That should be more than enough to supply the video cards that I have at the moment, but this rig does give you the ability to do dual power supplies, so you can put 2 power supplies in this system. And like I said, with this one, it comes with all the cables I need, so I don't need any of those PCIe Express cables they give you with the adapters, because they're not very safe with the SATA adapters. So I'm going to go with the power supply because it has more than enough PCIe power supply for each of all the video cards. Each wire has 2 power sources on, so I can plug one into the PCIe card and I can plug one into the video card to power them both. Now the monitor rig I have, I won't need the power switch because I got the one with the power and reset on the motherboard, so you don't have to plug in a wire and have it not neat. This way it'll be neat, be out of the way, and you won't have to worry about it. Now, this power supply does come well packed. Comes with all the power connection cables that are with it, and this power supply has removable power cables, so you can plug in the ones you need and then plug the ones in you don't need. You just store them away and just keep them for future when you're adding more components to your system. I had this for my main system, but I built a dual system with 2 motherboards and 1 computer, and I had to buy a different power supply so it was able to run 2 systems without needing 2 power supplies. So I figured if I have these components around, I may as well do something with them instead of them collecting dust. So this is what it looks like here. And I've got all the ends on the back, the connectors like I mentioned. That's the model there. So we're going to put it cord facing in, because we need a power cord to the back. See, there's 2 types of screws for this power supply, so I'm assuming this is probably why it's a choice for miners, because you can mount it up a little higher, so that gives you a little space between the motherboard. So I'll show you what it looks like and how it's placed in the frame. So it's off to the side. You got the power cable port on the back so you can plug it in, and that's the way it looks, but there's 2 screws there. I'll have to lift it up and mount it on the other 2 screws so that the motherboard will clear the power supply. Now let's screw this power supply in and get this done. So I gotta lift it. Can I use to put under that? I do see an issue here. Oh no, it does clear. Is that going to let us screw it in? They actually thread it in there. I need something that's the even thickness that I can hold it up. This razor blade thing will probably be thick enough. Replacement blades. Nope. Still not thick enough. So I just used the spacer in there so that I can hold it up while I'm trying to screw it in. It's kind of hard to screw it in with the screw and try to hold the power supply all at the same time. For some odd reason, that screw is trying to cross thread. I think it's because the hole has never been used to put the screw in, and it's cockeyed. Probably should unloosen the top one for a bit. Screw it in a little more. No. Alright, now we're going to tighten the top one down because we got the bottom. I don't know if I like the way. This is a scary thought that my motherboard's not going to fit under that power supply. Like, that is that tight there. Like, I just can't see that not being an issue, to be totally honest with you, but we'll see. I've seen the mining rigs built with those power supplies, and them seem to be the preferred power supply that everyone likes to use, so. The only thing is, it only mounts with 2 screws. I don't know if I like that. That's like really iffy. If I tighten the screws down a little more, maybe that'll help. I think I know what I'm going to be doing with that. They got this little bracket here. That right there, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm not going to do it right now, but what I think I'm going to do is drill a hole in the case and use that bracket. I'll show you. Use that bracket to hold in the corner of the power supply. Have it grab this hole and that hole right like that to hold it up, because it just moves way too much. That's probably what they gave us for, was probably for the power supply, but they should have gave us a hole there. There's no hole there. I'm gonna have to drill one and tap it. Doesn't that just suck? So that's what that looks like right now. Mining rig started. That's all I have to start with. I do have fans to start with, but I don't know if the 144 millimeters will fit this. I'll take a look here in a sec. Well, these are the ones I was planning on putting in there, but they're only 144 millimeter. 140, I mean, and those mounts are for 120 on the back of the thing. So what I'm going to do is, I want to get the same amount of fans here, but what I'm going to have to do is re-drill one hole. Let me see, is that the case? Now I'll have to drill 2 new holes for each one. So basically, I don't think I'll be putting these in tonight, because I gotta re-drill new mounting holes for the 144 millimeters. They will fit them all there. I won't get 4 on it. I'll probably get 3 of the 140 millimeters on there, but that'll be more than sufficient. But what I think I may do, I may just rearrange them all together and just set them in a position where the view cards are at when I install them. Maybe I'll just wait on this and see where the view cards install, and then I could find better mounting location for the fans, because we're only going to have 3 instead of 4. I'm probably going to have to offset these to cover all the video cards. So I'll wait until the motherboard comes in so that I can decide what I'm going to do. Put that away for now, because I'll have to find my tap and die set. I probably won't have to find my tap and die set. I could probably, yeah, I'm probably going to have to, because those fans don't mount it that way. Oh no, you can. No, you can't. So I'm going to have to use different type of screws for that. I'm going to have to use the other type of screws, but they don't give you any of those. They give you all the other screws, give you extra screws of the other kind, but they don't give you any fan screws to mount your fans on, because I'll have to get the fan screws so that they'll screw in the back of the fan to hold the fans on. But other than that, once I get those re-drilled, once I get the view cards, then I gotta see where they're gonna sit, where they're gonna lay, because I want to get the fans on all the GPUs as much as possible. Now, let me see here. So, this is not really the one I'm going to use, but I have quite a few GPUs. But I'm just going to use an example. Like, is this your first time building a mining rig, or if you're kind of not familiar with computer parts, I'll just show you where you would put this and mount this and vice versa, so just give you an idea. But in the other videos I will be showing some more tips and tricks and more setup. So now, this is one of the video cards. This is a small form factor video card. It is very small. It's quite the small video card, I must say. I was kind of shocked when I took it out of the package. Okay, so we'll start one screw. Ooh. You start one screw, because there's one screw where it's just a slit. It's just a slide in. So now let's see. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. They gave you the tape to put this under the PCI riser adapter so